What's up, Adventure Family? Boots, do we have something important to talk about? Yeah? Parents, this one's for you. In our society nowadays, like, going to a therapist is not a bad thing. And I don't believe going to a therapist is a bad thing either. What I do believe is going to a psychologist can be detrimental for children. Let me explain. I'm just going to tell you my own experience. You weigh in if your experience was similar. How about that? I was diagnosed in 4th grade with ADD. Well, ADHD. Okay, I'm a hyper guy, can you tell? Anyways, with being diagnosed with ADHD, I was given a bunch of tests. I had to do IQ tests. Turns out I'm a little bit smarter than a lot of you, which is typical of ADHD kids. We have a higher IQ. It's fine. Except for it's not when it comes to the school system. See, in class, I could understand concepts faster than other kids. So I got bored just sitting at the table, staring at the wall, my paper. So I'd rock on my chair. There was a time in like 5th grade that my teacher, Miss Randy, actually taped the chair leg and the table leg together so that I couldn't rock, because apparently that was distracting to other kids. Look, man, I was already done with my work. Now here's the thing, the entire time that I'm going through all of this testing, I don't really understand it. I'm a child, I'm in 4th grade, right? When you're that age, your world is really small. You don't have a lot of experiences. You've not met a lot of people. But once you become an adult, and the further I get in my life, the more I believe this. You learn that you're just as normal as every weird person out there, right? Everybody has their quirks, they have different beliefs, they say things different ways, they use different words. People are just fucking different. Here's the thing. The DSM-5 and the medical community and the pharmaceutical community as well, they like to give people labels. Because labels mean money, because then they're able to go ahead and say, well, like, if you take this pill, it might help. Maybe. It has these side effects, but, like, it might help. I've often wondered if it's because, in a way, that my parents allowed me to take pharmaceutical meth when I was a kid, that, like, I kind of dabbled in drugs when I was a teenager and in my early 20s. Now I just mostly drink and smoke weed, but like there was a time where I dabbled in anything and everything except for opioids. I say all that to say this. You need to figure out how to connect with your kid. They were born their own person. Yes, they were born with a blank slate, and it's your job to teach them about life. But they are still their own person, so learn how to connect with them. Because if you do what my parents did, you will alienate your child. I hate my father. He's still alive, and I do not talk to him. I disappeared.